Hello everyone, Detector, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Fabric Seasons. A mod that simply adds the ability for seasons to be added, as well as dynamic changes to biomes. There is also two additional items which I'll show off, which is the Calendar and the Season Detector. And as you can see, this is pretty much just what the biomes will change to, or the leaves as well as the grass accordingly. In any of them. So we got our summer without autumnish. Oh, sorry, there I guess maybe, or that's later in the autumn, spring, and then winter. Actually, no, I mean, okay, so that's summer and fall, or autumn, and then winter. Then spring is that, and back to that. But yeah, so actually take a look at what it's like actually in game. So we've got our calendar, or season calendar I should say, which is simply a book and a season detector. And the season detector is simply chorus fruit, daylight detector, glass, and any type of slab it seems. Doesn't matter which one, unlike with the daylight detector where it needs to be wooden ones. So with the calendar, of course, it'll show you how many days left until it transitions to the next season. There's no other really relevant thing about it, so it's just you hold it in your hand and it'll tell you, or you could probably, I guess, just hover over the tooltip all the time, so you don't technically need to make one. I guess, yeah, I mean, accessing it with an item would make sense, so that people will avoid the don't avoid the recipe of this, I think. If it was just the tooltip that needs to be read, but I've got no problem with the tooltip, it's fine. It's just I can see how people would go about it. It's just like, oh, it requires this much? Yeah, I'll skip that and just go straight to the tooltip and read it every so often. Even though it is obviously useful to have in hand or on a, I mean, technically you can't see the tooltip in an item frame, but you get the idea. Maybe you just put it somewhere, it'll be fine. Other than that, the detector, I guess, is just a what? Okay, so we've got, hang on, so we've got regular, we've got the next one, and okay, so I'm assuming it's, what, summer first? Then I assume that's like an autumn, or later in autumn or something, winter maybe, spring, okay, so it is summer, autumn, winter, and then spring from there, and then goes back. Yeah, so slight light change in the colour for the spring and summer there, so not exactly that similar, but can kind of be. Difficult to see, I think. And again, I have night mode on, so that's just from my perspective. I don't know if there's like a redstone possibility you can have, other than it just outputting a signal. I don't think you can like restrict it or anything, and there's no like, oh okay, it'll magically change the season when doing it. It'll just be what it is, pretty much. So it hasn't got that season yet, doesn't have that one, it has this. If I go, because I'm at day 1, if we go straight back to time set day, it'll go straight to day 0, and that's just going to be that for the redstone output there. If I go time, add, I don't know, 10 something days, what have we got there? Actually, no, that didn't change anything. Oh, because that's what that was after, wasn't it? D? 10 days, go another 10 days, go another 10 days, that's 30, so that's now on to the next one, and we can see the grass change and the leaf color change. And we'll just go between the two biomes even, so we can kind of get an idea, I guess. That is what, Savannah? Yes it is. Ooh, okay, been a lag there. So we'd have plains and Savannah, so we can pick between the two. If we go an extra 10 days, we can see, I guess, a bit of it going to the two of them there. I don't know if there's anything to determine how it goes about a different color. Oh, okay, now. Oh, okay, so once it's, I assume it's not on 60, it's like the sort of last range of 50s. And then it'll eventually get to the sort of changed colors here on the leaves. We just go another 10 days, and another 10 days, just see what happens. It'll eventually rain in these, it's not going to snow, I assume. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's going to be the same as the autumn one, where it takes until the end. Yeah, okay, so it's going to rain in these biomes because they just rain. But if it was in a different one, like a mountain biome or a taiga, you'll see that. And so we're now in spring. And I should go back to summer again. Just go here, and we're now back to autumn, or the end of autumn. We'll go to a taiga biome and see what happens there for the sort of winter inclusions. So let's see, more changes I should say. No, I thought that. Including, is what I meant to say for including taiga biomes being affected. So that's interesting. Just brief jungle biome. Oh wait, no, transitions into this. So let's see. Let's go between, I guess, these biomes as well. So we've got, oop, wrong one. Got our autumn. So I guess that's sort of the start of it. We'll go a bit further. Okay, so that's that. It's what, spring? Summer, I think. Go again, that's our autumn or fall. Let's do this, and we'll just go, I guess, weather rain, because that's basically what we need to do to get that going. And then it'll start snowing on it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that again. Do this now, and this, and this. And we'll cut to it, and I don't know. Oh, okay, so snow actually disappears. So when it is winter, it'll actually obviously be allowed to snow, but technically it rains in a taiga biome if it's that actual season, it seems. Interesting. Okay, so that's fine. So the weather has now been changed accordingly, besides just the leaves and the grass blocks as well, changing every so often. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want some redstone capabilities, or you want things to be a bit more interesting with seasons, and it visually being the case even for leaves and grass blocks, then you've got that as an option. I don't think it'll change anything with the clock at all, or much else. But yeah, a season clock I think would be nice though. Actually, the season detector is good, but I think a season clock would be nice. I mean, technically the calendar covers that, but for something that transitions between days and otherwise, it'd be nice. Besides the tooltip, just a guess though. But I don't hate the idea of the calendar; it does still fit. Thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.